5 members of both the OTP and 1T gang were arrested and charged in connection to the shooting of S1. During the trial, CCTV video that showed the killers celebrating after killing S1 was shown in court. This then led to the eventual sentencing of all 5 men, who were given sentences of 30.
Nah, they outside, dap each other up, we got them. good boy. Nah, this is crazy.
5 years.
Yo, so we back with a thing, boy. Go ahead and reaction list. We got the deadly divide in North London, 1T versus DC8, man. Shout out to UK Joe Plug for a new video. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, share. Oh my God, can't even speak. Make sure you put the post notifications on. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, all that, man. Appreciate all of you up and showing me, man. Let's keep going up and dropping daily. I know I didn't drop yesterday. Hey, I was busy. It's a new year, man. Hey, we feel we have some things to do. But listen, we back. We rolling. We gonna keep going. This gonna be a better year than last year. So stick with me. Stay with me. Let's go.
Alone. Everything in this video has been taken from publicly available sources, and any footage or video used falls under the doctrine of fair use. I have made every effort to ensure all of the sources used within this video are accurate. However, I am not responsible for content that third parties publish without funding.
Heard you.
And
Let's
as
go.
of 2023, it was statistically ranked as one of the most dangerous boroughs that make up the larger city of London, even having a crime rate of around 140 crimes per 1,000 people.
Damn. Okay.
7% higher than the London
That's
rate of
OD, I'm not gonna lie.
crimes per 1,000 people. Haringey is actually a smaller borough in terms of population, and as of a 2021 census, the borough of Haringey was reported to be home to around 264,000 people. What a lot of the people currently living in and around Haringey are unaware of, however, is the fact that for years, a bloody and deadly gang war between gangs only minutes away from one another has
Now
been
they got a song called "That's So Raven." That's tough. I gotta tune in.
resulting in multiple shootings, and other violent incidents. This being the rivalry between OTP, or Smoke Squad from Turnpike Lane, their allies 1T from Palmer's Green and Enfield rivaling another gang in Haringey known as TPL, or DC8. Before I start this video, however, YouTube says only 8% of you are subscribed, so if you enjoy this content, feel free to subscribe.
Fast, subscribe to UK Drill Plug and me. And me too, alright?
As it takes time to make these videos, and also helps out the channel, but without further ado, sit back and enjoy this video. Now, the first gang I'll be discussing is that of OTP, or Smoke Squad, from the area of Turnpike Lane, Haringey, N8 and N22. This OTP gang was once aligned with another local gang known as TPL from Turnpike Lane. However, after a falling out, a group of members from the TPL gang created their own gang known as OTP, with this set being predominantly Albanian, whilst the other set that branched off from the TPL gang was known as DC8 and was predominantly Somali. Both DC8
shout out to Somali, man, wallahi,
and OTP have come to rival one another. OTP's main rappers include Sava, BM, and Mini. Another gang that is relevant to this video is that of 1T from Palmer's Green within the London borough.
My fault, y'all. I gotta put a bet in. My fault, gang. Hold on. I resume.
Of Enfield, N13. This 1T gang
I'm gonna do what the video's
the
playing.
Green, similarly to OTP, and is affiliated closely with nearby Wood Green and OTP.
Oh, I know Wood Green. I remember Wood Green. Okay.
NPK, V8 from
NPK.
Hornsey, and most importantly, TPL, or DC8. Now, TPL, or Take People's Lives, Touch Paper Lane and Turnpike Lane, is a street gang based around the area of Turnpike Lane, N8 and N15. The gang originally drew members from the N8, N15, and N22 postcode. The TPL gang is believed to have been created after 2 local street gangs merged together in the late 2000s. One of these gangs was NLS, or North London Somalis, whilst the other was AYG, or Albanian Young Gunners. Both of these crews would later begin to rival one another, leading to them splitting off and going under new names. It's believed that NLS became known as DC8, or Duckett's Common 8, whilst AYG became known as OTP, or Original Turnpike, although the original TPL name can still be seen in the titles of both groups' music videos. Now, this DC8 gang is also affiliated with another crew known as V8 from Hornsey, as well as NPK from nearby Tottenham.
As a video, make sure in the comments, let me know who's nice from here, like who's nice, who's the best rapper in these 2 groups, no cap.
The main rappers
associated some songs,
with DC8 include JoJo, Omiz, TD, and H. Now, for simplicity's sake, as this can actually get quite confusing, the rivalry discussed within this video is that of 1T from Palmer's Green and OTP, or Smoke Squad, and their rivalry with TPL DC8 and their affiliated gangs like NPK. One of the first incidents in relation to the NLS gang from Turnpike Lane would occur in 2013 when an NLS member was killed by an N15 gang member. On the 9th of March 2013, an alleged associate of the NLS gang known as Ibs would be attending a party with other NLS members.
Damn, how old is he? Like young, light-skinned ass nigga.
During the party, a rival N15 gang member from South Tottenham began to confront Ibs. 20-year-old Ibs was stabbed multiple times during this confrontation and was rushed to hospital. However, sadly, Ibs died not long after the attack. A rumored N15 member known as Lems was later arrested in connection to this murder and was given a sentence of 18 years. Rest in peace, Ibs. Now, it's believed that following this, TPL began to rival OFB from Broadwater Farm, as OFB and N15 were very closely affiliated. However, I made a separate video on that rivalry linked above, so feel free to check it out. Anyways, a few years following this, around the end of 2019,
I think I reacted to that already.
2020, two TPL OTP members known as Mini and BM would release a track titled Deepest Trenches, in which you can hear them shouting out Turnpike Lane, as it's believed that around this time, both DC8 and OTP would still be affiliated. Following the release of this song, however, the boss of TPLH began to heavily call out BM, Mini, and Sava on Snapchat, claiming they were capping in their raps and hadn't done what they rapped about.
I'll be honest, a lot of that happens in the industry though. Like, a lot of niggas be capping, bro. Especially here in the US. The UK, it seems like it's more real out there for y'all, bro. But in the US, bro, niggas be chatting, bro. Niggas don't really be doing shit. It's like, I would say, percentage-wise, I would really say like 85-15, bro. 85% are capping, 15% are actually doing what they're talking, rapping about, bro.
As a result of this, a group including Mini, Sava, and BM splintered off and became known as OTP, whilst H and his gang became known as DC8. DC8 then started affiliating themselves with NPK, whilst OTP affiliated with Woodgreen, and 3x3, two gangs that had a dangerous and bloody rivalry with NPK. Anyways, around this time, the rivalry between DC8 and OFB began to get heated, with JoJo from DC8 even being shot in the chest in December 2019, nearly killing him, with it being believed OFB members were responsible for this. TPL DC8 members then retaliated and shot toward Double L's, a popular OFB rapper, allegedly even hitting another OFB member.
And was he nice? Let me know in the comments.
At the start of 2020, a rapping trio from DC8
and he's still alive?
This being Omiz, JoJo, and TD, who began to release rude music, in which they dissed OTP as well as OFB. Later in September 2020, however, OTP rapper Sava would post a video on Snapchat of a rival DC8 member being carried away after he allegedly sustained serious knife wounds, with the OTP members claiming they had been responsible. Since this—
No way. So they caught him slip. Wait, no. He caught them on Snap saying we did this type shit? That's insane.
Incident, however, others have claimed another gang affiliated with OTP known as 3x3 was responsible. However, no one has ever been arrested in connection to the attack. Just days after this alleged attack, OTP rappers Sava, Mini, and BM released their extremely—
He don't look like Suspect to y'all? Suspect AGB? He don't look like him?
Viral plugged-in freestyle, which has since garnered
man.
over 45 million views. This song was
45 million views? That has to be the best song on there, right? Like it's not the best song, but the song with the most views, right? 45?
Actually full of disses towards their rivals, with these disrespectful lyrics flying over most listeners' heads. In the chorus of the track, BM raps that he as well as other OTP members were in Zone 8, the main territory of the DC8 gang, and that they made Philly dance, as well as Mini stating that OTP had loaded guns, and that they were spinning the op block looking to kill a rival. Just under a month after this release, in October 2020, DC8 rappers Omiz and JoJo directly responded also in a plugged-in freestyle, which has since garnered 2 million views. JoJo opened this track by stating that he didn't know who BM was, and said that he was on his block from early in the morning until night, and didn't see any OTP members. JoJo then questioned how OTP member Cams was alive, as he had supposedly been caught lacking by DC8 members previously. Omiz also rapped that his ops had been caught in traffic, and specifically name-dropped 2 OTP members, Mini and Sava, who were actually chased by DC8 members in a car during this time.
Now, them getting it online, posting it is crazy.
Where you going, bro?
At the end of 2020, DC8 rappers JoJo and Omiz released a Next Up freestyle in which they openly stated that they—
I'll be honest though, he probably just didn't have his shit on him. I mean, I don't know his situation, but either he was running or he just didn't have his gun on him, no cap.
They leave OTP members' shirts red, and that an op from them sides was airlifted. Around this time, however, the OTP and DC8 rivalry was mainly just sending shots in music, although this would change around 2021 and 2022, when the beef got deadly, and another gang from Palmer's Green got involved, this being 1T. During 2021, 1T rapper Rambiz began to really gain attention in the UK drill scene, releasing a track titled Case Dismissed in May 2021, this gaining around 175,000 views. He followed this up in June with a song titled Switching Lanes, this also gaining over 100,000 views. He then featured on a track with other 1T members, Hizzy13 and A Target. This was a seriously cold song, and has also gained around 180,000 views, which makes me believe that these guys could have blown in the UK drill scene. Now, in June 2021, OTP's main rapper Minnie would be stabbed by alleged DC8 gang members, with the aftermath of this stabbing being recorded by a bystander who posted it on Snapchat. Minnie was rushed to hospital in an air ambulance and was believed to be in
that's
critical
crazy.
condition, however went on to survive. A day following,
It'd be crazy how people were already there at the situation recording like, yo, he just got stabbed. That's why.
Following this
That's
stabbing,
why.
Minnie took to Snapchat and posted this, claiming he had not been stabbed and he was in fact fine.
Oh.
Retaliation would be sparked, and around 2 days following this stabbing, DC8 rapper JoJo was chased by an OTP gang member in a clip that has since garnered social media attention. DC8 rapper H, or Filio, then released a track titled Hickok 45 featuring NPK rapper Rels. It's even known that whilst the music video was being shot, alleged OFB gang members would pull up and let off shots, killing a loved DC8 member known as Driz. The murder has remained unsolved since 2021.
Yo.
Rest in peace, Driz.
R.I.P.
Despite this beef, however, both groups OTP and DC8 had been seeing serious success in the UK drill scene, with OTP rapper BM releasing the track titled London View in July 2021, this song being a banger in itself, and has since garnered around 67 million views. This track included multiple...
Bro, y'all didn't tell me about none of them. How they getting this many 60 million views? Damn. But I'm thinking about it. That's COVID time, and oh bullshit, people were in the 2020. I know 2020 people were in the crib, bro. So a lot of views went up. But 60 is still a lot of views, bro. Especially in 2021. That's tough. We got to tune into a few of these songs, bro. One that plugged in was 45. This one's 60.
Lyrics in which BM disrespected his rivals from TPL, including one line where he claimed
I just want to see what the hype is about.
Stabbed, and another had previously been shot by OTP. OTP members and a 1T member then released a preview to a London View remix in September 2021, with this song later being released on the 7th of October 2021. Before this track could be released, however, the beef between 1T and OTP against DC8 would get very bloody and deadly, after 1T and OTP gang members would kill a loved member of DC8 known as S1. On the 21st of September 2021, OTP gang members, as well as affiliated gang members from 1T, armed themselves with weapons and traveled around Turnpike Lane in search of any DC8 gang members. The group of 1T and OTP members noticed 22-year-old S1. The members then shot him 8 times all over the body before fleeing seconds later. During this attack,
8 times? They hated him.
22-year-old S1 sustained wounds to his chest and arms, with police and emergency services arriving on the scene moments after the shooting. Sadly, however, S1 was pronounced dead on the scene, with police launching a murder investigation. Days after his murder, 5 members of both the OTP and 1T gang were arrested and charged in connection to the shooting of S1. During the trial, CCTV video that showed the killers celebrating after killing S1 was shown in court. This then led to the eventual sentencing of all 5 men, who were given sentences of 30.
Nah, they outside. Dap each other up. We got him. Good shit, boy. Nah, this is crazy.
5 years, 34 years, 31 years, and 18 years. Rest in peace, S1. Now, in January 2022, 1T members Hizzy13 and A Target released a track.
I've never seen nothing like that. Never, bro. Everybody outside Dap. Maybe I haven't seen it. Never on no camera, bro. Never on no camera, bro.
The rappers called for the freeing of their friends, with this song actually doing numbers and currently sitting on just over 100,000 views. The rivalry between OTP and DC8 would begin to also see internet attention in February 2022, when DC8's most well-known rapper Omiz was kidnapped by alleged OTP members, who recorded the entire altercation and then posted it on Snapchat.
You're not beefing the 9. You're not beefing the 9. You're not beefing the Woods. You're not fucking. You're not beefing man. You're not beefing Sava. You're not beefing BM.
Despite this, however, both sides of the rivalry were seriously gaining mainstream success within the UK drill scene. In March 2022, OTP rappers BM, Sava, and Mini released a music video to their track titled All Eyes on Them. This did numbers and currently sits on 4 million views. This OTP rapping trio then released a daily duppy in July 2022, in which they sent multiple shots toward their rivals, including S1, with Sava even stating that they were the Get Back gang and were smoking on S1. Sadly, however, just days after this release, DC8 would be looking for retaliation, and on the 22nd of July 2022, a loved and well-respected member of OTP known as Cams would be gunned down by alleged DC8 members. Now, on the 22nd of July 2022, an alleged associate of the OTP,
that's my sister's birthday. Shout out to my sis, man.
Cams, would be walking down a street in Wood Green, N22. Whilst walking, he was noticed by a rival alleged to be from the DC8 gang who was in a car. The rival gang member then retrieved a gun and shot toward Cams 6 times, hitting him in the chest, before fleeing moments later. Police and emergency services were called to the scene by shocked bystanders. However, sadly, Cams was pronounced dead not long after the shooting, with yet another murder investigation being launched. A few people were arrested in the following days. However, all were released as there wasn't enough evidence in order to charge them in relation to the crime, with the murder of Cams remaining unsolved over 2 years later. Rest in peace, Cams. Now, following this.
Now, I'm gonna be honest. That's what you call a good kill if you're into the gang shit, because mad people got picked up and everybody got released.
OTP members continue.
It's not good. It don't make sense to why they be killing each other. But if you're into the hood shit, then that was a great kill because, bro, it's unsolved. That's crazy.
Sava releasing a very disrespectful plug-in later, in which he disrespected
bad for the family, though.
multiple times. During this time, however, OTP's main rivals, DC8, weren't really making music, eventually returning to the scene in December 2022, when Omiz released a track titled Still by the Coster, this being a reference to a Costa coffee shop that is in between DC8's territory and OTP's main territory, with Omiz claiming that he was often at this Coster and never saw his rivals. Omiz even spoke on the alleged stabbing of Mini, rapping, "Don't get stabbed and airlifted by the ambulance," this being a subtle diss at Mini, who was previously stabbed and airlifted to a hospital. Later in February 2023, DC8 rapper JoJo returned to the drill scene with a track titled That's So Raven. Within this song, JoJo mentioned the murder of Cams, disrespecting him heavily, before then claiming that he smokes on him. Also in February 2023, DC8 rapper Omiz released his Plugged In which Omiz can be heard directly disrespecting OTP rapper Mini, stating that Mini tried to flee in his car, but was too slow and was then stabbed, falling to the floor, where an air ambulance rushed him to hospital. Later in August 2023, Omiz and JoJo released the track G-Code. This track was full of lines in which the rappers mocked a rival for snitching in court. It's not clear who they were talking about, although some rumors do fly around the internet. Anyways, this song did well and has since amassed around 350,000 views.
Good numbers.
For a UK drill song. Sadly, however, just a few months following this release, another person was killed in relation to the rivalry. On the 2nd of October 2023, a 16-year-old, allegedly aligned with 1T known as
He's so young, bro.
was stabbed to death by rival gang members. He was found by emergency services at around 11:30 p.m. in Kendall Gardens, Edmonton, and despite the attempts of medical professionals, he was sadly pronounced dead following the attack. A murder investigation has since been launched, in which multiple people have been arrested and charged, with a 16-year-old girl even being charged. Following his death,
what? A 16-year-old girl, bro. What?
Began to post tributes to him on social media, paying their respects to troops. Since his death, multiple people have been charged, with one man even going on the run. It's widely believed that his killers were members of the NPK gang, closely associated with DC8. 2 men were eventually given a sentence of life with a minimum of 22 years. Rest in peace, troops. Now, following this, musically, both OTP and DC8 began to fade out of relevance, with JoJo releasing a track titled I Have a Dream in August 2024, which has since garnered around 80,000 views. What a lot of drill fans were wondering, however, was what happened to OTP's main rapper Sava, who hadn't made music for a few months and or been on social media. Well, on the 4th of February 2024, Sava would make news headlines when he was sentenced to a minimum of 18 years in prison for driving on the wrong way on the M25, leading to a fatal collision that led to the death of a 39-year-old Zoe Hawes, as well as...
What? That is so random. So he went to jail for that. Hold on, run this back a little bit. He went to jail for that? Out of all things, he went to jail for that. Hold on.
and he was sentenced to a minimum of 18 years in prison for driving on the wrong way on the M25.
Like, this is a bad situation. I'm saying I was expecting him to shoot somebody or something like that, but him just driving on the wrong way, like, bro, what?
Leading to a fatal collision that led to the death of a 39-year-old Zoe Hawes, as well as Sava's friend Fahad Dek, who was in the car driven by Sava at the time of the crash.
Wow.
Zoe Hawes had in fact been on the way to an airport in order to celebrate her 40th birthday. 4 others had also been injured in the crash. Rest in peace, both Zoe Hawes and Fahad Dek. Now, as of most recently, no other incidents between DC8 and OTP or 1T have really occurred, and I really hope that the people and rappers involved in these gang feuds distance themselves from the road life. As if anything, the gang life you see these rappers living only ever leads to jail or death.
Facts.
Rarely anything positive.
Facts.
What these rappers and gang members aren't telling you is the amount of friends they have lost to either jail.
Hey man, W by UK Joe Plug, man. Make sure I don't go to the streets. You already know that I'm always gonna tell you that no matter what, because there's so much more out into the world besides these streets, man. It is good entertainment to watch, but don't fall into the trap that everybody else falls into, bro. Just be your own self, bro, and just do whatever you got your mind set to do. Besides the gang shit, please, bro. But hey, man, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, make sure some post notifications on there. You know what we doing. Roll to 5K subscribers. I appreciate y'all support. We gonna keep going up, keep dropping these vids, dropping daily for y'all. Love y'all niggas, man. Until then, though, I am out of here.